Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your boy AJ Albert coming to you from Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm the founder of Exclusive Financial Class and creator of this Financial Soldier Network, man. And I told y'all I had some amazing people coming to interview on this network, man. And I just want y'all to know that there's soldiers out there doing a lot of great things. And we want all of y'all to be here and see this, right? So I got my man, Elijah Best. I'm going to let him introduce himself and tell us a little bit about Vet Boss and what he does.
For sure. My name is Elijah Best, also known as Vet Boss. So, man, thank you for having me on here, AJ. A little bit about myself. I was in the Air Force as an F-16 avionics guy. To be honest, when I was in the Air Force, I wasn't treated like, I was going to be the next vet boss or anything like that. I was just a normal, regular guy. And I got out of the Air Force and I built a SEO company. So that company, it took me about maybe a year or like 6 months to get my first client. Then, right after that, I was joining, different online programs, hitting the 10K month club and all that good stuff. So the thing is, I wasn't feeling fulfilled. So I had a crazy idea. I was like, man, imagine if I could get paid full time to only do the things that I love to do. And somehow I ended up creating Vet Boss, following a system. And, I got, over 10K months right away. I think we'll probably dig into it more. But with Vet Boss, I was able, right after I launched Vet Boss, people that were not interested in paying me no money contacted me within 2.5 weeks, trying to give me a couple $1,000s to get into different types of programs and stuff like that. So that's it in a nutshell. And what I'm doing now is I'm helping veterans learn how to do all the things that I do. So everything that I know, all the things that I'm doing, I'm giving it to active duty veterans, because my whole idea is, if people are, working 9 to 5, if I did this when I was working 12 hours a day in a sales job and all these great things like that, why can't people who are active duty, some people work 10 hours a day, some people work 12 hours a day, why can't they build their own 6-figure side hustle? So that's where I started Vet Boss.
Man, let me tell you this. So I've been with this soldier network, you know what I'm saying? Granted, I try to teach people about finances and stuff, and I see that yours is more about operations and, you know what I'm saying, and mindsets. So mindsets go with all of it. But, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us focus on operations, marketing, and then we we try to learn finances on the backhand side. How does that work with when you with learning with finances and then actually starting Vet Boss to start making income for yourself?
Yeah, man. So I think that what AJ's doing is great, because when I joined Vet Boss or when I created Vet Boss and everything like that, my mentality was like, make the money, make the money, make the money, figure out how to save later, figure out how to save later. Make the money, make the money, make the money, figure out how to save later. Wait, I need to invest in marketing. Make some more money, make some more money, make some more money, figure out how to save. Okay, I got this left, put it into marketing, And so now what I'm doing is being more strategic with my finances and building a team and everything like that. But yeah, definitely. It was just all about making money before and not really having a financial plan in the beginning. So yeah, I think that's why it's very important. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so it's so one of those things, you know what I'm saying, like you teach, you know what I'm saying, so like I know people get into the operational side of and everything and they love it, which is all great and dandy, but you know what I'm saying, were there any financial setbacks that you wish you would have known ahead of time before you started?
Oh, absolutely, man. So when I was working, this is going to sound crazy, but it's going to help people. When I was working like 12 hours a day, and then, somehow I was like coaching after work, is when I learned that I liked helping and inspiring people and stuff like that. So I was making over 20K before I even started, a month before I started doing Vet Boss alone, right? And I felt like I didn't have much money. I know it sounds crazy, to like back myself up much. I would listen to like really big speakers and say that they found themselves in their same situation when they're in their 20s. But I'm like, man, how am I making all this money and I'm not feeling like, I'm driving a Lamborghini or anything like that? The lifestyle change wasn't really big. And then the worst part about it is when you're living with not making much money, right? I'm just like everybody else, right? The first thing that happens when you start making money, what do you have to do now? You have to catch up.
You have to catch up.
You got debts to pay. You want to get yourself clothes just to look professional. You're not even trying to be flashy. You know what I mean? You just have a standard that you've been dreaming about living this whole time. So now you're just working on creating that. And if you're not careful, you're really not going to have your finances in order in a way to where, like, man, if I could have taken the money and had like a team organize it and I put that money into marketing, I really promise I could probably be at 7 figures right now. So that hurts. That hurts. Yeah.
It does, man. So like a lot of people don't realize it. It's like it's very inspiring to go out there and start your own business. You know what I'm saying? But most businesses fail within the first few years, or people I don't even really think businesses fail. I think people fail to realize that their lifestyle has changed because they still have the same spending habits before they started their business. And what people don't understand is that now that you have a business, now you're able to do certain things that you weren't able to do before. So now bills become expenses. But you know what I'm saying? Like getting back into, so give me more about Vet Boss. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what your program looks like and what you do for soldiers.
Absolutely. So the cool thing about Vet Boss is like, I put people through the same thing that helped me create Vet Boss, right? So I have a 8-week course, a program that I help people find their passion. So to kind of like rewind a little bit, there's this big mystery of life. If we're just going to get straight to the point, cut and dry, no one wants to work for people, right? No one really wants to work for people, whether you admit it or not. Maybe there's a few people who like to work for people, but my opinion is no one really likes to work for people. The next question is, I might want to start a business, but what if I get tired of it? That's a huge fear. What if I don't like to do this in a couple of years? So what Vet Boss does is it helps people figure out those obstacles and create a business that when they wake up in the morning, they're not like thinking, oh, I got to go to work. Because if I got paid no money and I just had free time, this is exactly what I'd be doing. Otherwise, I would go crazy because you can only play video games, but so much before you're unfulfilled. There's nothing else to do. So I help people do the introspective exercises. Believe it or not, it's like, thank God, if you're not religious, whatever. But anyway, no offense. But there is systems that are for anyone. There are introspective systems that you can go in and ask yourself the same questions, and everyone will find the gift inside of them that they love doing. I don't really know one person who doesn't like it when someone comes up to them and says, oh man, that was great. Thank you. I mean, everyone dreams kind of to be like a celebrity, and I'm not saying as far as being popular, that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm saying is people like to feel needed. People like to feel important, and especially veterans. That's why we love putting on that suit, that uniform on. It makes us feel like G.I. Joe or Superman or something. Yeah. So if you could create a business and get paid like 6 figures to do exactly what you wish you could do, if you didn't have a job and you had more time, then you're living probably most likely a very fulfilled life. It's going to affect your marriage now. It's going to affect your kids. Your kids are going to say, hey, daddy is doing what he loves to do. I should do what I love to do. So it's really about getting to the promised land or living the dream or the pursuit of happiness. So I help people figure that out and get that started in 8 weeks to going from, I have no idea, or, there's a female who I was talking to that really helps people with postpartum. And she has like a box that she gives her clients, right? So we almost worked together, and what she would have done if we did work together is she would have then had a program for postpartum people to where now she's able to coach them through it because she's had life experiences. That's why she's an expert. These doctors don't really care about what goes on at home and all this stuff like that. But the people who lived it, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people that can really give those people that help. So then what would happen is that product that she's giving out, which is amazing, would then become a marketing piece to her flagship program. See, a lot of us feel like we're unworthy. We don't have much going on because we don't have a flagship program. We're not producing into the economy. We're working for other people that are producing things into the economy. And that's why we feel like we're slave workers and we're not really getting paid much, because you get paid for the value that you put into things. And then to kind of wrap it up, like, let's say you work at McDonald's. Like, I got this from Jim Rohn, right? You work at McDonald's, let's say you make $10 an hour, all right? And you take out the trash. But let's say you whistle now when you take out the trash. You're probably worth $8.50 now. The point is the value that you give, it's not about how much time you're working. It's about the value you're putting into the market. And a lot of us are in the trap of being lost and not even knowing what the heck to put out in the market. Most people get excited to sell clothing, right? Which is not wrong, but clothing is only about $10, $12. How many shirts do you have to sell before you hit six figures? You know, but if you could create a program to where you're changing people's life and it's based off of a life experience that you've had, and a lot of us don't even know that we are sitting on gold, that we're worth so much to people, you know, especially people who have troops. If you're changing your troops' lives or molding them, imagine what you could do if you make a business out of it. So that's kind of what I do in a nutshell.
Exactly what I'm saying. So here's what I got out of that was first off, we'll go work for somebody on a job that we don't like for 40 years and be upset about it and produce nothing for ourselves. But we're afraid to give our own business a try because it completely relies on us. But what y'all got to understand is by providing, what he said is, I provide a solution for people. Yep. So if someone has a problem, just like, you know what I'm saying, my financial soldier network, I see that soldiers have a problem with financial education because veterans are on the side of the road after, you know what I'm saying, 20, 30 years of service. Veterans are afraid of retirement because they don't know what else they're going to do next. Then you have, you know what I'm saying, soldiers deploying or looking for deployments to fix their financial situations. And then you got people that are just blowing their money on cars and stuff and getting them repossessed in 3 or 4 months later. Yeah. So what he's saying is by providing a solution, you know what I'm saying, that can earn you six figures because you enjoy doing something that's providing a solution for someone else. Yes. That's huge.
Yes.
That is very huge, man. So that's powerful information that y'all don't hear from him. So, man, I'm telling you, first down, now we got to tell them where they can reach you, Elijah.
Oh, yeah. You guys can reach me at go to Facebook groups and then type in vet space boss. And then you'll see a picture of a black guy in a shirt like this. And that'll be my group.
All right. So, man, I'm telling you, like, he's giving out powerful information. I follow this guy. I love his enthusiasm and the information that he's putting out. So if you're looking to start a business, you know what I'm saying, now you have a contact for your financial education, and now you have a contact for your operation and these are veterans. You know what I'm saying? We're veterans. We understand what you've been through. Yeah. And we've been to the other side of it. Now we have successful businesses that we're trying to show you how to start your own successful business with a passion that you love to do. So you don't reach out just to us because, you know what I'm saying, you want to start, you don't want to start a financial business. I'm not trying to coach. We're not coaching you into doing a financial business. Right. We're coaching you into finding something that you love and making, getting money out of the way of it. Yeah. And getting you out of the way of it. You know what I'm saying? Elijah deals with more of you and how you think and how you process your, I'm saying, getting to understanding what it is you want to do. Right. And then I'll tell you how to get money out of the way and use it as a tool to get you there.
And getting money out of the way is so important. So important.
It is, man. It is. People don't realize how, because like I said, I wish I had an Elijah when I first started my fitness company, because I made huge mistakes, mentally wise and operational wise. And then I also made a bunch of huge mistakes financially. So instead of, to recoup the $25,000 in debt that I went into, I went and dramatically learned the financial side. And then I got back into running the business side. So, you know what I'm saying? So going out and seeking this education from people who've done it and are successful at it. You know what I'm saying? We're successful at it because we had failures.
Yes.
So we're trying to teach you how to not make those same mistakes. So you're more successful faster than we were.
Yes. Yeah.
So tell me, give me what you think about, you know what I'm saying, being in the military service and coming to the point where you wanted to come to the decision where you said, hey, I got to do something else. I don't want to work for nobody.
Man, I'm like the guy to ask, man. Okay. So I hope a lot of people can relate to this, but I was just so daggone underappreciated. And I'm not look, man, I'm not the one to create a sob story because I started my own business about it. I did do something about it. But at the time before I was able to do something about it, it was like a living, oh my gosh. Okay, so I talk to a lot of people on the phone too, and they say they go through similar things. Like I had so much energy and I'm just grinding myself for anything of the mission, anything. And then there's just always either someone above me or someone on my level who's about to get rank, and they're just not respecting me over rank systems. It was like the value of me, of Elijah, was not recognized, and that did something to my spirit. So I knew that although I'm in the military serving people, I wanted to take it further. I wanted to be different. I wanted to express myself. I wanted to give my gifts to the world. What did that mean? I didn't know. That was the scariest part. What does that mean? I have no idea. I don't know if it's possible. Do I deserve it? Am I even someone who can add value to people? Am I even good enough? I was getting treated like an E4, you know? That doesn't really make me feel like I can necessarily go out in the world and change people's lives and all these things. So you have these thoughts too, but there's always a voice in here that tells you, man, I could do even more than this. So there was a day where I was probably like a year away from getting out. It's maybe it's a funny story, but I thought that I was going to be able to get my wife to use some schooling credits. Like I thought I could give her my GI Bill. So I go about, doing that process, and they go, "Oh, Elijah, yeah, if you want to give her your GI Bill, you got to re-enlist you got to do at least 10 years. So you did 6 years, you're going to have to re-enlist for 4 years." And I was like, okay. And I was on the flight line, and I started getting to that point in my mind where I was like, you know what, I'm going to re-enlist. And I almost threw up in my mouth. I literally, because it was like I just knew I wanted to do more. And if I just kept pushing that off, I knew I was killing a piece of me. And that's what really freaked me out. So what I did was I was like, no, man, I can't do this. It's going to hurt me too much to know that I just chickened out. Just like when you want to join the military, and if you didn't join the military because you were just scared of boot camp, how would that feel? You would know that you just chickened out. So it was the same thing with me getting out. It was like I was scared to jump into the cold water. So that's when I went through the Boots to Business program. And to just be honest, one of the reasons that inspired Vet Boss is that they're talking about everything that has nothing to do with reality, to be honest. I don't even remember what they were talking about to even give an example. That's kind of how the situation was. AJ, did you go through Boots to Business?
Man, so ours is called FSL TAP now. They've changed it around, you know what I'm saying? So Elijah was in the Air Force, you know what I'm saying? I'm Army, so that all y'all know, this is not just a network for, you know what I'm saying, one branch of service. We talk about Navy, Marines, vet, you know what I'm saying, Air Force. So we all have different experiences. But yes, I went through SFL TAP, and they, you know what I'm saying? So of course, they're only going to teach you or tell you about things that benefit the Army. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Air Force is only going to teach you and show you things that benefit the Air Force. Why? Because they want to continue to make money off of you. Whether y'all realize it or not, the military service is an organization, and it's making money.
Yeah.
The question is, you know what I'm saying, what are you going to get from what they're teaching? You know what I'm saying? Just like they're going to always teach us TSP because the military service gets paid off TSP. That's why they push TSP as a retirement for you.
Yeah.
But they won't push anything else that's better for you, even though they know there's better things out there. No, they're not even searching for it. Why? Because it doesn't benefit them.
Yeah.
So like you said, you go through these courses and you be like, man, this is some good information, but it's not what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to teach you how to get back out into the workforce to go work for somebody else.
Yep.
That's mentally for me was like, man, no. Like I thought about it and I started thinking about taking these programs and doing all this stuff. And then I was like, man, all these programs are trying to get me to go work and build somebody else's dream.
Yep.
gotta change at some point, you know what I'm saying? So I'm tired of, like you said, I'm tired of piecing myself dying because I'm not doing what I know I am worth.
Exactly. That's what it's about.
Yeah. And you got to do what you know you're worth. You know what I'm saying? Find something that's passionate to you, that bleeds your heart. Like, if I'm not doing this, then I'm doing myself a disservice.
Exactly.
So so Elijah is not, you know what I'm saying? He's teaching y'all this stuff that he learned because it was so valuable to him.
Exactly.
And now it's so valuable to him that, man, I got to spread this knowledge. Because, like you said, you get so much satisfaction and happy with yourself when people come back and say, man, that was powerful. I needed that. Yeah. Or thank you. Think about all you NCOs and leaders out there. When a soldier comes up to you years later and be like, man, you were the best leader I had. Man, you're like, yeah, that's what I was going for. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I need everybody to tell me that, but just the fact that I impacted at least one person in a positive way, you know what I'm saying, brightens my day, makes me smile. You know what I'm saying? That's going to put my thing ear to ear. You know what I'm saying? So when you give value to people, man, when you give value to people, you feel valued.
Yeah, man. And let me drop this nugget since we're here. So this is also why I share what I share. And this is actually the big deal. And here's the nugget coming too. So to kind of make the timetable quickly, Air Force, boots to business. Okay, then I got out. I found out that I can collect unemployment. Cool. That was giving me time to build my business, right? I'm collecting unemployment and I'm building my business, right? So I failed, right? As far as I had to get a job. The idea was, let me just start this 6-figure business. I wanted to hit $30,000 in a month within like 3 months, right? And I did not do that. I had to get a job. Then when I got a job, I had one client in my business was giving me $4K a month, right? So now I had money coming in, and I had a sales job, and I was doing well in sales, right? The problem is I was unfulfilled. My job wasn't making me feel special. Again, what is this about? People coming to you and saying, man, you're changing my life. And then when I jumped out of the airplane and built my parachute down, here's what I discovered, and here's what I want people to know. You can take the skills you have right now and start a business to where you can enroll clients for anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000 right off the bat. A lot of people think, man, I'm going to get into the online space. Let me get 1 million followers. No, there are people with 1 million followers not making $1,000 off of that. You can start where you're at with the power of Facebook groups, and you can monetize that thing with your life experiences just by talking about what you want to talk about. How many people are thinking like, man, my friends talk about the same thing. You can have your platform and you're just talking. And now all the people, there's thousands of people on Facebook groups for free. All these people are going to come to you now and listen because they're all thinking, guess what? The same thing. Man, if there was just one person who talked about this special problem, the same thing that you're probably pissed off about the world, you could monetize if you open your mouth and have the right strategies to 6 figures. And you could do it in a matter of a couple of months. You don't have to write a book first. Writing a book, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that just takes a long time. You don't need an ebook. You don't need to build an email list of 2,000 people and all these things. You know, we call it starting from the top. You figure out a big problem in the marketplace that connects to your soul and your spirit. You talk about that and you find thousands of people that are suffering from that same rare problem. Now you don't have to worry about being salesy because you're just sharing your life experience. And when you're on the phone with this person, you say, hey, what's going on? They open up to you. Then you just say, oh, based off of what you said, I could probably help you with that. It's a no-brainer. It's really not that complicated. And there are systems on Facebook to help you do it. So people don't have to go through the ringer and doing all these complicated things. Right now, with the technology and power of social media, without spending a dime on Facebook ads, I still to this day have not spent $1 on Facebook ads. Not to say Facebook ads are bad, but you can build your company organically with free methods right now on social media using Facebook groups.
Man, power. So if you think about it, man, everything's going to social media. Everybody's online on some social media platform. So just by building a group and talking about a problem that everyone has are going to draw people to you.
Yep.
And that's literally, you know what I'm saying, I provide a service for people, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm not building this network to get you to come to me. I'm
Right.
building this network so you can network with other people doing the same things that you want to do. Because remember, your network is your net worth.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So ask Elijah here, you know what I'm saying? What did you have to do about the people that you were surrounded by when you decided to jump into your business?
Oh man, me have a cut bush. If you're Jamaican, you understand that. Anyway, man, to be honest, I'm a guy with a big heart, so I wanted to take all my friends with me, man. All my friends. I even wanted them to be a part of every single startup I've done, even Vet Boss. And there's not one with me. Not one with me. I even moved someone out here from Maryland to Colorado Springs. Got him a place. And I had to say, bro, you're gonna have to move, man. It's not working out. You know what I'm saying? And here's why. It's mindset too. So if you are in my group or if you listen to AJ, because I know he talks about mindset too. Mindset is everything. So people are just gonna take their mindset with them. Like, have you ever been feeling kind of poopy and then you go on vacation and you still feel the same way? Because you just brought yourself with you. And guess what? You live inside of yourself. So I say all that because here's the thing. All right. We are actually spiritual beings living in a physical body. Oh, let me plug in my computer.
Okay.
We're spiritual beings living in a physical body. So what we don't give ourselves credit for is realizing that when someone makes us feel like poop, that's because their vibrations are literally low. We are literally frequencies. You know, there are people saying that people are killing their vibes, not even knowing what they're talking about. But we are flipped. Everything has an opposite. A marker can be open and closed. A book has a front and a back. So we are a physical body. What is our opposite? It is the mind, the thing that we don't even give credit to or even acknowledge. So if you have people that are doubting your dreams, that are saying you can't do it, that are saying, well, what about this? And getting you to think about all these things that make you feel bad. When you feel bad, you're just becoming consciously aware of your frequency dropping. And you cannot have intelligent thoughts from a low frequency. It's impossible. Intelligent thoughts come from a high frequency. That's why if you're depressed or whatever, you can't even think about doing positive things because it does not work that way. So how can you have a successful business when you need to think intelligently when you're surrounded by people that are constantly dropping your frequency? It doesn't add up. It literally doesn't add up. So when you're building a business, it's for the love of, and this is the best thing about having a business not driven by money, that's driven for change. You start to being able to cut people off because now if you have a good heart, you're cutting them off for the betterment of everybody else. I, as vet boss, cannot have negative, toxic people around me because of the hundreds and thousands of people that I'm trying to reach and change their lives. If I'm in a negative state, that whole thing crumbles. So now, Miafa cut Bush right away. Yeah,
Absolutely. You got to
yeah,
cut those people out, man. And people don't understand. Like you have just. I love my family. You know what I'm saying? I love all of them, but none of them. You know what I'm saying? None of them came with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I don't have any different. I have no different feelings. I still interact with them the same way, but when it comes to business, I had to cut them. I had to cut them off or cut, you know what I'm saying, limit my interaction with them because I have to stay in my state, you know what I'm saying, to keep pushing my message out to the people that need it. And they may not, you know what I'm saying, some people will not feel they need it until they crash and burn.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'll put this in education out, but some of you are going to listen to this and y'all going to wait till you get $50,000 in debt before you go and say, hey, Elijah, AJ, hey, help me do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So don't, you know what I'm saying? You got to, just your mindset, you know what I'm saying? You're surrounded by people that are keeping you at the crabs in a barrel. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a barrel full of crabs, guess what? Each and every one of them are going to keep pulling you down as long as you're trying to crawl out.
Yep. And here's the beautiful thing about it. You know, I made it sound kind of intense, and I know that nobody's like a lot of people might hesitate to start a business or get their finances in check because they don't want to just go through and cutting off people they love and build lives with and all these great memories. So it actually works like this. This is how it works. They say negative things to you. you probably just try to eat it. You get to the point to where it's just making you feel sick. So then you're going to stand up for yourself, and then you're going to set boundaries. And what you're then going to see is they're going to disrespect your boundaries because they don't want to acknowledge you for the person who you've become. So now you have the right to say, hey, you're now disrespecting me and my family. I have to really hold true to these boundaries. And guess what? They stop talking to you. So it's not that you're just going around cutting people off. They cut themselves off because they don't want to respect you. They don't want to respect or acknowledge your boundaries. They just rather not be your friend or be in your life than to respect the boundaries that you've set. So it makes it kind of easy. So if you're thinking about, man, I don't want to start a business or get my finance in check because I don't want to just go through and start cutting people off, it doesn't really work that way. It's just that you start seeing, when you see their true colors, that's what it really is. They're never going to want to acknowledge you for that person that you've become. And it's just going to really make you feel bad. And it's just going to become a necessity.
Most people are afraid of a change. And when they see a change in you, they want to turn you back into the old you.
Yep.
So the thing is, you got to keep pushing forward, man. You got to make them respect. Like you said, they will step away from you. It's not you cutting them off. You know what I'm saying? It's them not respecting the new you. And that's just how, but here's the thing, later on down the line, they'll come back around.
Yep.
When you actually make it, then they'll be right back there at your doorstep.
And why? Because everyone has the same voice inside of them saying, do better. You could do better. You don't want to be here. Right? So when they see you making that change, they're now facing the reality of their voice. So they're, like you said, crabs in a barrel. They're going to try to drag you down. But as they progress through life and they keep crashing and burning, because that's how life works, that crashing and burning is actually helping you get closer to where you need to be. What happens is they're going to now start respecting you for proving the test of time, of continuously growing and growing and growing. And now guess what? When they look around, the only friends they have are the same friends doing nothing. So now they need you. And you're still probably going to be there. I mean, depending on the person, you know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, man, that was great and powerful information, man. So we're going to close this out. Man, we got Elijah Best, man. He's doing big things and great things for us, man. So if, I'm going to give him opportunity to give his last few words, let him know, drop his last few nuggets on y'all, and let y'all know where y'all can find him again. And then we'll close this out, and we'll send all our love and blessings out to everyone.
Absolutely. Think of it like this. We're all plants, right? We're all plants. And if you have a bad environment, it's just bad soil, but you can still grow. And if you will become fruitful, there's something inside of you that wants to get produced. We don't know what that is yet. I didn't know what Vet Boss was, but there's something in you that needs to become fruitful. And if you have that voice and you don't know how to manifest that into the world, come talk to your boy. But at the same time, you need to have your finances in check, because you do not want to go through the learning curve worse than you need to. You want to put that money aside and build a good foundation, a strong foundation, because you always want to build a house from the bottom up. So if you want to get more information from me, go ahead and go to Facebook groups and type in Vet Space Boss. There's a group of about 600 veterans right now. A lot of them are active duty. We just talk about these things, these mindset things, a lot of areas that people don't want to go to, but it's what you need to get watered to grow and become fruitful. And again, finances are very important. So do keep that as a priority to set your business from a strong foundation up. It's your boy.
Hey, and when he said that, man, think about it. We are the root. You know what I'm saying? It grows underground before it ever breaks the surface. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta water that soil so we grow that foundation first before you break the ground and start bearing fruit. You know what I'm saying? For people to eat off of. So start at the bottom, man, and find out how to not make the same mistakes we had to make, you know what I'm saying, by reaching out to us on these networks, man. And we're not the only people on our networks that are putting out good information. So, you know what I'm saying, just by surrounding yourself with like-minded people, you know what I'm saying, who are in the mode of success, you know what I'm saying, now you're creating an environment for change for you and your family and your generations to come, man. Hey, we thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a God bless good night. Thanks, Elijah, for coming on and giving us some valuable nuggets, man. And we appreciate all you do, man. You know, me and you gonna stay in touch, so we'll talk plenty more. Hey, man, thank y'all for coming out. This is the Financial Soldier Network. I'm AJ Albert, an exclusive financial class CEO, man. Y'all have a blessed day.